Hey folks, welcome back. Welcome back. This is Scotty Streams coming at you live again with the new mic. So pretty exciting. It's weird hearing my own voice because I have the mic and then my headphones set up to the mic, but that's all right. Hopefully, not too much of an echo. But yeah, currently hearing myself right now on the live stream, just making sure that we're live and everything as everything's loaded. So yeah, the quality sounds pretty okay. I'm gonna have to go ahead and see how it compares with the old you know gameplay in the background and everything. But yeah, here we go again. It's taking a while for the game to load, but that's all right. It happens. So let's give a listen in and see how it compares. Alrighty, here we are. So let's go and see what's going on. Alrighty, so we're gonna need to make sure we have plenty of iron for the core now, so that's unfortunate. Also, sorry, just a warning. I'm turning down the game and then I'm turning up the volume on my voice. Okay, sorry, got that figured out. Anyways, it's a lot harder with this mic now, trying to like test everything out. I didn't feel like, well, I also didn't have the time with work to do that. So over this limited lunch period, we are going to go ahead and just keep chugging along. So, anyways, what we need to do is we need loads of resin. So from the soil, we're gonna. Okay, so we got that resin over there. Let's grab you. We need this guy, and we need more resin overall, which we don't really have. But we can try and find a resin deposit because we need to make platforms in order to build platforms where we're going to be putting all the batteries and stuff like that to charge up the four remaining, I think, four remaining purple things, where we can teleport, and then that unlocks the core, and then from there we'll be able to do more. I think this might be one of my old mines. If that's the case, we can gather more soil, as well as I think aluminum might be needed, and other materials. So let's go ahead and see. Okay, so I remember we used dynamite on those things. It wasn't too helpful, so like it didn't drop good resources. Titaniumite, I think I'm okay. Ooh, that might be another resource we might need down at the core. It could be titaniumite. It could be um, some other items. So that might be important to go check out. So we might have to load up on both. Not gonna lie. And then let's try to carve a path down. And then yeah, I'll have to post some more videos, but the one got like pretty good retention, like probably the most views in a month for like episode 17 of Astroneer, so that's pretty clutch. I'll have to post some more overall. Hey Stormglider, how's it going? Let me know, how does the game music sound compared to like the mic volume? But yeah, I kickstarted early this morning with the streaming episode of this new mic, and yeah, pretty fun overall, I'd have to say. And then I also got like another camera too for streaming, but I think I'll probably just like place that elsewhere. Like maybe like the gaming setup and then me with the controller. I don't know. We'll see. And then you might be able to hear too a bit on the mic because I'm hearing it in the background, the button clicking from the controller. But I'm hoping the overall audio quality is Betty, Jesus. If I could speak, the audio quality would be better, but I'm hoping that the overall audio quality is better with the mic. So Storm Glider, let me know what you're hearing overall. And then yeah, in the introduction I was just talking about how we're basically going to just try to make a bunch of platforms, and we currently just need resin for that. So that way we can power up the remaining 4 items. So I think I might honestly just take the train that we built, or the monorail all the way over, because I think we got close to that. Yeah, we dropped off all the items at the other one, so great. Yeah, I'm glad it sounded pretty good. And the only thing is, like, yeah, I got like the inputs and everything reconfigured for OBS, but I still have to like get like the Twitch notifications and it recalibrated on OBS. So that's the only kind of like issue I'm currently having, but I'll get it fixed sooner or later, I hope. But yeah, Stormglider, thanks. Yeah, honestly, not bad. Like, I got the mic on sale for like $20 or something, so pretty good overall. I think the camera was like another 20, so not too bad. But I know like other people invest like hundreds, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really do that right now. But yeah, let me know, Stormglider, if you think I should turn the game volume up or game volume lower, and then vice versa with the mic. Definitely would be appreciated. Okay. Honestly, I think we might just do 2 extended platforms. That might be good. Yeah, not bad at all, that's for sure. And for this coffee and chatting gaming stream, as usual, I have a toffee cold brew with some cream. So yeah, got to power through work and gaming with the power of coffee. While it's working, we could probably just go back down to that mine over here, and then I'll gather some more titanium, just because I'm not sure for this planet. Again, I didn't read any WikiHow or like spoilers, but it could be iron that we need down there in the core. It could be this titanium. So I guess we'll have to see overall what it could be once we get down there. But the good news is too is like once we go down there, we can teleport to that one node or the other, and then because we have the rail station, we can just call the nearest trains. That way, that's a bit easier than the solo. Like we had to hike back and everything, so at least we can call a train this time and unload just a bunch of the core elements. But at least we know from last time too, like we need a bunch of tethers. We already have the oxygen tank on us, so that'll be good. Okay, we're approaching full. I might just drop you there for now. And then just keep harvesting. Alright, cool. Okay, so we're full on that. I don't think... Yeah, that's just itself. Like, we don't have to put it in the furnace, which is, like, good overall. So anyway, so we're going to go back. We're going to make the other extended thing. Oh, we could probably use some more... organic material to feed the small generators. Yeah, definitely let me know. Caldor was explosive powder, so might be a little more expensive. Oh god, explosive power. I think like I have to handcraft that, don't I? That's unfortunate. All right, while you're over here, let's. Oh, okay, we love that. Just a floating box, right on. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Alrighty. So that's working. Let's move you on over to the train. Do we have to smelt these? Oh yeah, okay, I guess we do. It is titanite that becomes titanium, so. And then for the last core, we did have to do zinc in its furnace form, so that's probably a good thing we're doing that now. So I'll probably bring like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5, just in case we get there. Let's see. Let's go ahead and drop this off, and then if we find resin on the way, or if it's near the other one, we could do that. So we'll get that working on more resin. Oh, only one? Okay, it's not even worth it then. Might as well save up. Okay. Organic, we'll take that too, because I know we're probably gonna have to replace the other ones. Is there any other items? No. Okay, get that going. Let's go ahead, pop over there, and then off we go, so I can sip more coffee as this does its thing. So we got that one all powered up, which was a pain for sure. But the next thing we're doing is getting the next one. Okay, reduce power, that's fine. It's the scenic route, you know? That's what life's all about. But, yeah, so we have to power up all these. So we did one, I think there's 4 more. That opens up the core for when we go down there. And then in the core, we'll need loads of tethers. We have the oxygen tank. Probably grab some more resin too, just to build more air filters just in case. And then kind of go from there. I could just grab the rover and pull a Leroy Jenkins because we don't really need it on the surface anyways. We have the slowly but surely moving rail car, so at least going backwards from the base, there is that one, and then we're about to come upon the second one. The other ones though, I'm not too sure. And then we also have on our to-do list the North Pole data and new structure missions, so we got to get those knocked off too. There is some resin here, so I might just pop off for a quick second while this recharges anyways. And loads of organic, which is nice. No power, that's fine. Alright. Good little stockpile, I'd say. Alright, let's charge this up and then continue heading in reverse because we need to get to the other purple thing. I forget the name sometimes, but that's alright. And also, this didn't have the low power issue when I had all the batteries and the wind turbines on it, so that's kind of on me. I left everything over at the next purple portal station, I guess. That could be a good name for it. And also, I've been looking into like other like crafting survival games. So I think I'll have to try those. Like one was called Sunken Land, but it's not on the Switch; it's on PC. So I'll have to do that. There's another one that was like crafting esque. So I think those are like the most fun. And I personally, I would enjoy like a good like crafting game that doesn't have to and like kind of like post apocalyptic, but doesn't deal with zombies. You know, just because I'm not one for jump scares really or the horror element. Just kind of like you're out in an abyss in a Fallout world, you know, but there's just no crazy things. But I get it. It makes for, you know, the challenge and like the element stuff, but it is what it is. Anyways, here we are. So, okay. Need a recharge anyways over here. Let's drop off the resin that we don't need. Drop off some of this too. Bring that over here. Bring that over here. That there. And also, the episode this morning and this current episode already off to a good start because we didn't die like 2 or 3 times in a row. Alright, thanks Stormglider. Glad with headphones the game audio is balanced well, and so is the overall mic, so appreciate that. Because I've had it before, like when I was streaming in my university days, where like the mic was too quiet, or the game was too quiet, or it was vice versa, just too loud, and that was just such a pain, because then you're like, okay, I just made all that effort and streamed and did all these other things, but in reality, I just kind of wasted time because no one's going to be able to hear it properly. So that's always tough to do. And then you can record and then it's going to seem like one way, but then when you're live, it's a completely different thing. Alrighty, let's unpack you. Let's put the generator on there. What? Okay, that was weird. Let's go ahead. Put that there. Oh, I guess not. What is going on? Alright, there we go. Ooh, power extenders. That's something I definitely wanted. Oh well. What do I need to craft power extenders anyway? So those glow sticks, but what else? Leveling block, no thank you. Copper, okay. We have some of that on the base, but I don't really want to waste it for this. I guess let's just start setting up and hope for the best, you know? Because at least we won't be able to get a full circle, but we'll be able to get something, you know? Alright. This little guy we can grab. was gonna say the batteries might be enough actually. If we have the wind turbines going, these batteries, everything else, that might be all we need. Okay, there's that one. And then let's pull this guy over here. Plug you into there. Cool. And then that guy, we can put you here. And attach this to there. And same thing. We're gonna want that battery over here. And then plug this to there. Alrighty. These by doing this to that, and then you to there. Come on. Nope. I want you to connect to your buddy. Come on. Oh, nearly. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. That'll do it. That will do it. Alrighty, let's start connecting and hope for the best. Okay, now we're stuck. That's great. There's that. And then there we go. Okay, now start you up too. Alright. I like it. We just gotta hope it holds. Which does not look as promising because we're dead on almost all batteries except for the medium one. Hold out, please, come on. Keep going. Love to see it. Let's test that it worked. Look at that. Perfect. So we have that guy. We got that guy. That one. Alright. Excellent. Turn that off. Okay, so we can use more carbon too. So let's gaze. We have Equator 3. That one's good. Where's the other guy? I think that's the only other one that works, right? Is that one, right? Here, maybe if we switch on this side, we'll have a better view. No, not really. Origin. Oh, okay, never mind. So that's the other one we got. So we got that one and that one. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 left. Okay. Not sure if my math was off on that, but that's okay. Anyways, let's scout out the next position. So we're gonna bring all of these with us. Alright, so we'll take that, take that one, take the tether, take that. Let's get our bonus slot. Bingo, that works. Alright. Now let's load up all the heavy duty stuff. Okay, we'll let that charge a bit longer. So we're just wasting resin. We're going to leave the platforms here, which is fine. Okay, good. And then this battery looks fully charged, so we're going to put you on. We're going to grab this. Keep charging those batteries for me. Oh, wait. Sorry about that. So we're going to leave these generators here since we could pull it off with these fully charged batteries and the 2 wind turbines, as well as we're going to need to get more carbon back from base. So that's good to know. Okay, that guy's good. And that one's good. I think it's just that other one that we gotta wait to charge a little longer, but I'm sure if we put it on the thing, it'll be fine. Yeah, just because there's no wind, I guess, in here already. And this last one. Okay, let's load those up. And hopefully, if we keep going in reverse, there's going to be another purple thing, but only time will tell, I guess. So let's go ahead and hop in and go backwards again, look for the next one. Okay, let's check the chat while this goes. Yeah, exactly. With horror games like that, like, the survival element is really cool, like post-apocalyptic, but a lot of them, they always just, it can be a really good survival crafting game, but there's just a bunch of undead, other zombies, stuff like that, so, and I'm not really one for jump scares. You know, I'd rather just have fun, craft away, you know, see how the survival elements are, and like that alone, I think, is enough entertainment and a challenge. So, sorry, I thought that rover seat was a medium generator. I was like, oh, you're coming with us. But, not yet. That wasn't it. Okay, good to know. So there is that close one. So we might have to build some more extensions and go from there. Project DX. Yeah, okay, I'll check it out on console. Never played the mobile game, so I'll have to see how that is. But yeah, I definitely I'm down for any recommendations of survival craft games that are like fun. Like I've played the one like Raft or whatever on the mobile, and like that one's like pretty decent, but it just kind of gets redundant because there isn't as much like exploration. It's kind of just wading in the ocean, hoping something floats, which is like entertaining for a bit, but I couldn't see myself streaming it for 30 episodes, you know, or anything like that. So, but like this is like awesome. Like Subnautica, yeah, there's the occasional like jump scare, but that's like not the main point. Like that's not your main enemy. It's just survival in general. And then you have the occasional leviathans and stuff. So like Subnautica, I like Astroneer, like this. You know, it's definitely great. So. It would be an interesting like hard mode or like survival if like you had to like eat and consume water, uh, kind of like in Subnautica, but here for Astroneer. But definitely late in game for myself or other like the developers to add in like, okay, what food, or you're gonna have to find food that's consumable on each planet or grow it yourself, which I think would be really cool. You know, expanding on those like terrariums that we used for the little alien people, and then you could use that to grow certain things. But yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. The mobile game shut down for the Project DX. Oh, that is unfortunate. Yeah, I think too, like that's the hard part of the current like industry. Either you have to be an indie game developer, love what you do, love the game, and then hope for the best, and then get funding elsewhere. But a lot of it, the drive is like, you know, money, you know. But if you look at like Stardew Valley, that's like the perfect project where, you know, the dude was a software engineer. Concerned Ape was a software engineer in, I want to say, uh, California, and then couldn't find a job. So then he was just like, all right, I'm going to work on a game that I really like. And then from there, like, it was just his passion project. And I think he got all the funding he needed, you know? Sorry, I think I'm getting sick, so I'm trying to mute myself every time I cough. But, anyways, yeah, so like his passion project worked out for him pretty well, I'd say, where he was able to just do what he loved and went from there, you know. But I feel with like a lot of games, the same really can't be said. We could put one of these down and then grab this, and then we also need to turn this into carbon for our medium generator over here. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, from the background, it seems like our resin is done over there, so that's great. Probably don't need all of it, but hey, we'll take it, you know. Alright, cool. Let's get that carbon going, bring it with, take some of this resin here. Alright, I believe we just need the 2. And then let's get to crafting you. Do 2 of those again. A medium generator might be great if we can do that again. So that's a medium battery. Where's that generator? Aluminum and tungsten. Okay, we just made some aluminum, so that'd be perfect. Where are you? Here. Okay. I just gotta make sure I have enough space on the. Oh, it's copper. Tungsten's over here. Perfect. Let's get you going too. Alright, and then we're probably going to have to take off. Okay, I don't know why there's a big hole in the ground, but there is. Let's go ahead and put the horn in there for now. Okay, so let's take that, and yeah, we're going to have to move that down. Okay, 1 box done. Next one to go. Okay, generator, are you done? Oh, it is. Cool. I can just bring that in my pocket then, for now. And then that one's nearly done. That generator, we're going to want some carbon. Let's leave this resin here. Okay, perfect. And then carbon. 3. We'll grab 3. Alright, that's still going. We got that for the soil, which is good. Sounds like that finished. It did. Yeah, I get you with developing your own game. I was working on like an indie game myself because I thought, oh, that'd be a good project after university, as well as like, you know, for applying to companies. But yeah, with like work and life and streaming, it's just hard to dedicate a lot of time. And like it truly has to be a passion project because there's loads of people that are, you know, developing games and stuff, and they have financing too, so it is like a battle of the odds, so you might as well just do it as a passion project. But and I even heard too, there's some comedy show, and there's a fellow in the crowd talking to the guy, and he works for Nintendo, and he's like, yeah, we get 1,000 submissions a month, and 900 are just trash, which is like kind of crazy to hear. Well, one, if you wanted to get it in Nintendo, but 2, you know, everybody's developing games now, like from podcasts to games, like I guess in the indie genre games and stuff. So many people are just out there developing and making music, making games, making everything. You just kind of got to do it as a passion project, which is kind of like what I've kind of came to conclusion with. You're not going to make loads of money off of streaming. You're not really going to make it off of sorry about that. I got distracted because I was like, oh, we could switch paths, but I didn't carve out to there. But you're not going to make loads of money off of streaming. You're not going to make it off of, you know, making music. You know, you just kind of got to do it because it makes you happy and have a main job. which is also interesting too, because I remember like speaking with a lot of my European friends. They only have like one main job and hobbies, like that's it. But I know like for myself and like a lot of people in North America, they work like multiple jobs because that's just like what you do. Just for whether it's income stability, job stability, whatever, and then they're just they're always like blown away because they're like, oh well, that's like so strange, like that floating in the air, okay, but they're like, that's always just strange to hear, is that you have to hold multiple jobs. And I'm like, yeah, that's just the current state of things. Okay, so we're at the end of the tracks here. I think the nearest one was like right over there. So what we're gonna have to do is go all the way back to home base and then make some more, I guess, extensions for this train track. But then again, when I was building this, I was kind of like, oh, let's just make it go wherever. So it's pretty crazy, but it does make sense. You get a few lucky hits and take it. Yeah, true. Like, I remember when I first started making YouTube videos in high school, sometimes you get a lot of, like, a few, like, hits in videos where you're like, oh, this just got, like, 1,000 views in an hour. That's crazy. But, and then some people get really huge where it gets, like, 1 million and it gets all these shares, too. So sometimes you just got to be the lucky one. Or same with, like, I remember watching a YouTube highlight of this, like, artist, and they started selling and like getting famous, and all these like producers come to them just because they made a short, and then everybody was using it on TikTok for like a highlight, and it was just like something good with the beat. And there was another one where it was a country singer who was just singing like what was going on in his life and in the world, and people kept sharing it all over social media and YouTube. So sometimes you get lucky. I also probably should have gotten out and switched the tracks, but I'll just keep a close eye on the compass next time. So for these railroad bundles, I think I'm going to need aluminum for sure, and then I'll see what else. Alright, let's lock in here. Small printer is where we're going to be able to make them. So, it should be near the bottom here. Railroad, we need resin aluminum. Okay, perfect. We just made loads of resin. Okay. Take you. I think we're just going to make it a one-way track, so I'm not going to worry about anything else. Let's put you there. Okay, tethers. Not really concerned about those, so we can just put you down over here. Okay, let's grab an aluminum. I guess that was good hindsight of getting aluminum while everything was being crafted down there. Okay. That was quick. We're probably going to need more than 3, but that's okay. Just something to start with. I also got to see where they put these. Wait a minute. I just made 3. Where did that one go? Why is that there? It's like a hologram of a medium generator, but it's not even like... I don't have one on me, do I? Oh, I do. Never mind. That was freaking me out. Alright. Anyways, so... plan of action here. We're gonna go all the way back to that railroad kind of merger junction where that purple dot is, and then we're gonna just switch the tracks and then make a bunch of like paths just straight towards it so we could haul everything there. Oh, true, yeah, another way to get the exposure, the fame is if you like know someone in industry. Sometimes that helps, but I never like personally like they always talk about in university like fraternities will give you exposure to get a job right away or having connections on LinkedIn. Never worked that way to be honest. Like maybe it's just because it's a different time and it's a different time frame than like older people that will be like, oh yeah, go into the office and just give a firm handshake and a smile in your best suit. Jobs don't really work that way, especially like me. I work in IT. Um, Everything's automated computer science, so it's like AI is kind of taking the path, you know. So handshake and influences can only help so much. And like for my current jobs and jobs that I've held in the past, it's always been uh, going out and like finding the job. It's never been like, oh, here's a free handout because I know you or vice versa. It's just been like, okay, great, I'll apply for thousands and thousands of, oh Jesus, I almost died. Thousands and thousands of jobs, and then, oh, okay, great, finally got one. Moving on. Alright, we gotta disconnect this guy. Okay, that's fine. I'll just put you over here. Excellent. Now, we have this one. We're just gonna go straight out. Okay, great. Watch for that cave. Already. Alright, I see it in the distance. That's already promising. Yeah, true. Yeah, definitely can sometimes take years in terms of YouTube and other places just to have it finally take off. So I guess it kind of just depends on the person, the content, you know. I had a buddy actually that went to my university and he got famous for fish. And it was just like during COVID, and he like grew all these fish and stuff, and would breed them, and then they were like very chubby, cute fish, so it just worked, and then it hit off, and then he had an engineering degree and didn't even use it. I remember like talking to him. I was like, "Hey man, congrats on like graduating and everything. What's your plan now?" And like we were like outside like getting coffee, and then he was just like, honestly, he's like, fame is a rare thing, so he's just gonna make money off of YouTube subscribers, socials, Instagram, Facebook, and then he said after that, then he'll maybe start the job. And I was like, hey, that's a move, honestly. Like, if you can do it. And then he's got on the East Coast somewhere. He's got a really good house and everything. So I think, and it was all like paid for by like his influencing career with the fish. So sometimes it just hits, it works. It's all about timing, I guess. Alrighty, we're nearly there. I mean, oh, come on. You could find him on YouTube actually. I think his tag is Luke's Goldies, and he does Ranchu goldfish. I think in his house now he's got like a snapping turtle and something else. I'm not too sure. I think I've like checked out the YouTube maybe like once in the past like 6 or 7 months. But yeah, really down to earth guy too. And then his I think his channel's like Luke's Goldies, I think. So yeah, definitely check it out. Pretty cool whether you're into fish or cute fish. But I know during COVID, that's always like a big hit. I mean, and like any time really, if you have time on your phone, cute animals and stuff, it's a big hit with everyone, I'd say. All right, there we go. All right. Oh yeah, these things throw stuff at you. Oh my god, I'm getting ambushed. Alrighty. What? Do those things explode? I did not know that. I thought they were just like projectiles. I didn't know they explode. That's crazy. Okay, we are approaching. Oh, could die. Okay, nice. We love a good crunch of the bones and the red from the pain. Yeah. His stuff comes up like everywhere too. Probably because the algorithm or like good tags or just anything fish related. But yeah, small world indeed. Yep. Went to university with him. He graduated early with his bachelor's though, so he was there for like 3, and then I stayed there for 4 because I wanted to get a bachelor's and a master's. So yeah, very small world. I think some of my international friends even have seen his like stuff, and they're like, "Oh, no way!" And I'm like, "Yeah, he's a very cool guy." All right, nothing like a sideways part of the tram. All right, let's call the nearest. Perfect. Alrighty, and then now we need to build up. Cool. All right. Did it really fail to call? What's going on here? I mean, I kind of hear it. There we go. I was going to say that was going to be a pain if I had to hike all the way back. All right, let's get these out, and then we'll power everything up. Alrighty. We put that guy there, I think. Best. Okay, we'll lock it down. Oh, that's cool. I don't know if you saw that. Oh, there it is. The shadow, like, dang, the like detail you had to do to get the shadow of everything cascaded like that. Props to the developers on that one for sure. But it's like that's like a little detail like nobody would really notice. So that's how you know they still put in a lot of effort to this game. Alrighty, so we'll bring you over. Unload this guy, bring him over. Also, I found out this game came out in 2016. I did not know that. Maybe we'll switch this. I don't know how crazy the in-game physics are, but I think that's probably better for it to be out in the open to catch more wind. Okay, we'll put that one there. That one there. Well, not there actually. Let's plug you to you. Nice. This into there. Excellent. And then we'll open this guy up. Turn off for now, and then we'll grab 2 more batteries plus that. Okay. Looks like we have an extra wind turbine, but that could be good for our overall rail. Say actually we're probably going to want to attach that guy to there and then into there and then keep these 2 generators of the battery for over here. Well, we have 2 batteries, which I think probably is best. Alrighty. Alright, let's kick this off. Let's not get stuck like we just did. Jeez. Let's attach. No, come on. Uh-oh. Time is ticking. Okay. Last one. It's actually kind of doing it already, which is nice, but we need to boost it up. Alright. What's going on? Oh, I know what's going on. Okay, there we go. Good thing we brought more carbon. And the wind died. What timing. Last time it looked like the wind kicked up just for this. Love to see it. Alright, let's switch these around. So we'll put you back over here eventually. We needed those batteries to charge up. We'll need this one too. Maybe I'll just put you on there and start charging those batteries for me. Yep. Or not, that's fine. Alright, so great. Did those 3 more to go. And what are we at? We're already at an hour, jeez. So the next one is that way. So might as well just start laying down tracks there, right? Alright, are those batteries good? They are. Alright, let's start taking these back. Imagine if like you constantly had to have these powered on. That would not be fun whatsoever. Right. Yeah, might as well throw these down there anyways, save us some time. Nope, I want to grab the whole thing, the whole enchilada. Oh, I have to unlock it first, that's probably why. I should start doing that with more things on my base too, in case a storm hits anywhere, as well as like just for when I accidentally grab things, as I usually do. Alright. Put that one there. Take that guy. Put you there. That guy, we'll put you there. Alright, I think we're good. I'll just double check to make sure we didn't leave back a battery or anything. It would just be like a minor setback if we did, but yeah, looks like we're good. Okay, cool. So we'll continue up this way. So, okay, ooh, that might be useful. Let's go. Alrighty. We're gonna need resin anyways, but might be good just to explore and like chart the course to get there. Okay, let's. Alrighty, so loads of debris. There's some TNT, and then too bad it's not a working field shelter. There's a nice battery. That's good. Anything else? No, not that I'm seeing. And then a broken wind turbine. Let's see what else. Loads of resin. That's good. Oh, a geocache. Let's blow that up. Nope, these are all power. I'll come back for this though. This is like pretty decent. So maybe we'll leave the TNT here actually. Just because we don't really need it now. Yeah, we'll leave that there for now. Loads of scrap though, that'll be good for another time for sure. And an extra battery, I mean, we always appreciate that, that's for sure. When I see this, it kind of reminds me of the wall from Game of Thrones. Decent series. Like, at first I didn't like it, but I think just over time it got better as you went in, but there's just a lot of, like, you know, iffy parts. But it got better as I watched. Looking into what goes into game development, that sure made me appreciate things more. Yeah, definitely. Like once you like, when you're like a coder or a developer yourself, and then you look into like what things have to be done for game development, you're kind of like, okay, wow, that I should appreciate this more. As well as like when people are like, oh, how come the next game hasn't come out yet? But it's like, oh, it's so much work, and then you have to like deal with a lot of stuff, deal with people. There. Okay. So we did all this hiking just to cross this way again. I don't think I could really make that jump. But we can Leroy Jenkins. Nice. We did make that jump. Let's see if the... Yep, yeah, we'll be able to make it with this. That's good. Keep heading up, I think. Best way to get there is kind of go straight, to be honest. Let's see, what else? Okay, there's those jumpy things again. Alrighty. That back for a second. Nothing too special over here, and we might just have to go straight down again. Okay, that's actually a way farther drop than I expected, so just got, yeah, dig our way down there. And then let's place another one. Whoa, geez, I'm all out. That's not good. What? Dang, okay, so we have to go all the way back to base. Pretty much. And then we gotta get more aluminum, so we need aluminum, we need resin, we need loads of stuff, actually. Okay, so let's call the nearest. Might take a second. And then it is right there, so that's good. The storm's over there, so I gotta make a ruby for that eventually. Sorry, Storm Glider. What's old but staying updated? Is it Astroneer? Is that it? Because I mean, I heard of the Glitch Walkers DLC, but I haven't gotten it. Maybe after I defeat the game, I'll get the DLC. But that'd be cool if that was like a recent update. But I think Astroneer is definitely like keeping up with it because. I mean, that's the only reason why I discovered it, even though it was like first released in 2016, and I'm here in 2025, nearly 10 years later, playing it, because it just like popped up. So it must be relevant somehow, or staying relevant, I guess. But yeah, so this is probably a good time to do a shameless plug. So yeah, if you're watching live on Twitch, make sure to follow and comment for more to Scotty Streams. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. So the numbers are getting up, which is always like cool to see. But I just enjoy gaming and was a bit self-conscious about commentary just because personally I don't really like commentary with gaming, but it is cool and fun to like chat with people live on Twitch and everything, and I just enjoy gaming, so I figured, I might as well start recording this, and sometimes I'll go back and just rewatch like highlights of certain gameplay because I was like, that was a lot of fun in that scene. So yeah, make sure to like and subscribe there. Ooh, okay, so they have a new game called Star Seeker. Okay, I'll have to check that one out. That one sounds interesting to me. That'll be good. But yeah, let's, I think what I'm going to do is okay, well, let's drop this off. We're going to make sure we grab these next time. Okay, we don't really need that. This extra battery we could drop off here. But what we are going to need is some aluminum from down here. Okay, that's clutch, but we're going to need aluminum down here and loads of resin in order to make more of these bundles. We don't want a switch bundle, but we want just the main one. And then that's where we're going to take off next time is... that was only 4, so it takes 2 canisters. Crazy. Anyways, that's what we're gonna do next time. We're gonna unlock another one, and then hopefully by episode 2 we can start our way to the core. But again, as we saw the one episode, it was like 2 hours long just to get to the core, and we have maybe like 6 more planets, so that's gonna be 12 hours of gameplay. So personally, I wouldn't be surprised if it takes us, like, if my goal for like game completed and we could wait is to unlock all the cores, that's probably gonna take us till episode 40, maybe 50. So we got a long way to go. I probably should have grabbed some tethers. That's okay. But I mean, I'm having fun. Like, I could see myself playing this at any time. I would just like to do more like theming, you know, of fall stuff and gameplay like that in terms of Animal Crossing and Stardew, but the adventure isn't as like extreme there. I'd say Stardew is the best bet. And then Graveyard Keeper, oh, that's a great game. You ever play that one, Stormglider? And then yeah, a good commentary. I think that definitely makes a big difference for sure. We got space for 2 more and plenty of oxygen. But yeah, I guess for positive feedback or constructive feedback, I guess what would you have to say? Like commentary I could work on. I know I can work on pronouncing things correctly as well as maybe being a bit more engaging with those kind of things. But I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what to say, and then I just fill with ums. Especially like when you lock into a game, you're just like, okay, one focus and one focus only. Alright, good. Alright, so we got like a full backpack. And we're gonna harvest or put all these in the furnace. And then Stormglider, thank you for the idea of the oxygen tank, because that has been a saving grace for sure. Oh, let me tell you about Graveyard Keeper. Okay, so I think I posted some videos. If not, it might be available on my Twitch stream like channel of like previous highlights. Amazing. So imagine Stardew Valley, but medieval and still that pixel art style. And basically, it takes you through this game. You start in the modern world, something happens, all of a sudden you're in this fantasy world. Um, that's like full of like, you know, random items, and you have to be a graveyard keeper. Um, they have DLCs that are highly worth it. I mean, I got it for a bundle. Like it was like 3 of the DLCs for like $9. They're doing some like ridiculous sale, and I was like, all right, cool, I'll do that. But yeah, so just great gameplay, and then in the DLCs you could like create zombies that can work on your like farm as well as like do other tasks for you. But it is like a slow burn kind of game. Like it takes a long time to get the in-game currency, to like pay for things, you know. I mean, obviously you don't buy anything in game, which is kind of nice, but it's just solo play. You're checking out the story. There's more stories with all the DLCs and such. But yeah, it's really great. Like I really like that game. But yeah, I highly recommend it. I'll have to send some like highlights or point out like different gameplay that I did, but it's really fun. That's one that I'm for sure going to be playing again in September, just because it is a great fall game, you know, for spooky season and everything. But on top of that, it's great for like people to see as well as for me to remember how to play. Like that's just it's just a great game, I gotta say. Alright, I think we're gonna do one more. Oh wait, we should probably actually save these. Oh no. We need this resin to make our items anyways. Those big boxes. So, yeah. Okay, so we need 2 for that. Why are we walking so weird? Okay. And we need another one. Please give me another resin. Not enough. Oh wait, I do have soil actually. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. That works out nicely for us. Alright, so that's working on that. We have 3 bundles. And then, yeah, we'll be able to start off nicely for the next episode. Yeah, I think probably like the best playlist series I have on my YouTube. Appreciate you looking through. But the best playlist I probably have would be, um, is that what this is called? The Junction? No, that's Rail Quest. Okay, so we don't want that one actually. But anyways, the best playlist would be Luigi's Mansion 3. I had a really cool playthrough of that I enjoyed. And then now Astroneer. I got to get some more playlists together. And I still have like stuff from when I was in high school that's, gosh, I think that's like 10 years old now. Something like that. But anyways, um, but yeah, I gotta comb through some of that. I was trying to do some like reorganization too, and I sent Stormglider like a link to YouTube to make sure that's working as well, and just trying to get it organized because it definitely is a chaotic mess. I also have like Minecraft videos and all these other videos that I just never got to posting to. But that's just how life goes sometimes. But I'll be working on that. Like I think this weekend I should have a few hours where I can just get to doing that. So that'll be good. Okay, let's drop this to pick up this, and then we'll do this. Oh, I don't want that. I want to just make another one. All right. Cool. Alrighty, so that's going to finish up, and that's where I'll leave y'all for today. But make sure to like and subscribe to Supreme Scotty on YouTube, and follow and comment on Twitch for live gameplay. It's always a pleasure talking to people and meeting new people and playing fun games. So thank you all, and yeah, Stormglider, I hope to see you next time. This evening probably won't work. I have some meal prep and extra work as well as the gym, but I'm sure tomorrow morning and afternoon will work out well. And then like tomorrow, like lunchtime around the same time, which I gotta update that on my Twitch schedule, as well as yeah. So I gotta update all that stuff on my Twitch schedule, and then I also need to do more overall. But yeah, we're chipping away. But a consistent one is normally during the week, lunchtime. Weekends, sometimes it just depends. Just because there's other like apartment projects and other hobbies that I'm trying to make sure I do during. So, yep, that's kind of how it's going. But yeah, I'll always try to post reminders too. And if you follow on Twitch, you can get a notification as well of when I'm live. So I think that also helps people. And then for YouTube, I just try to like drop 3 videos during the week, at different times. So that's what I'll do. I think starting today, I'll drop one in the evening, and then I'll drop some more. And then maybe if I have time over the weekend, I can also drop some like bonus like archive footage from Minecraft, from Stardew Valley, from Animal Crossing, Graveyard Keeper as well. That's a good one. So, yeah. But everyone, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I think this is probably episode like 31, 32 by now. And we'll see you next time.